My name is Catherine and today I have another book haul for you. So the first two books I bought, one of them I have already read on my Kindle, and that is Fiery Heart by Richelle Mead. And this is the fourth book of the Bloodline series, which is the sequel to the Vampire Academy series. And then I bought Silver Shadows also by Richelle Mead, this is fourth book, this is fifth book. And the last book is coming out in February, I think, so I'm really looking forward to that. I really wanted to have both of these books on my shelf, so that's why I bought them. And I read Silver Shadows and I really enjoyed it. I liked it even more than the Fiery Heart, because I was a bit disappointed with the Fiery Heart. And then I didn't really want to read Silver Shadows because I didn't know what to expect, but I did really like it, and now I can't wait for the final book to arrive. But I'm also a bit sad because it is the final book, and who knows when some other books in the Vampire Academy world will be written and will be published or anything, if there are going to be any books in that world. I was really pleased with both of these books. Then I bought another book by Richelle Mead, and that is Game Board of the Gods. I wanted to buy this book when it first came out, but I didn't really like the cover, but I wanted to buy it anyway. I'm not sure why I haven't bought it, but I think that I heard not a lot of positive reviews about it, and then when the second book came out, they said that there was going to be a cover change, so I decided to wait, and I did, and I found this in my local bookstore, so I decided to buy it, and now I have to buy the second book so I can read the first and the second book one after another. I'm not fond of these covers either because they have people on them. This one has a girl on it. I don't really know a lot about these books. I know that there's some kind of sci-fi or something like that, or dystopian. They happen in the future and there are some gods, so there is a bit about religion there. So the series is called Game Board of the Gods, and I'm not really sure what I'll think about this book, but I would really like to read it and find out, because I really do like Richelle Mead's writing style and things like that. But I loved Vampire Academy series more than her Succubus series, because I read the first two books in her Succubus series and I didn't really enjoy those books as much as I enjoyed the Vampire Academy. But we'll see how I'll feel about this book, because I would really like to love this book. Then I bought The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This is not a sticker, it looks like a sticker, but it is really ugly. I haven't read The Fifth Wave, and I'm not sure what I'm going to think about it, because people either love it or hate it. And I'm really afraid that I'm going to belong to the second group of people and that I'm not going to like this book. I'm not really sure why I bought this book, but I did buy it because I would really like to read both of these books. And then when it arrived, I was really mad because of this. I hate when this happens, but there is nothing you can do about it. I'll probably give this book a try, and I'll read the first book, The Fifth Wave, and then I'll read The Infinite Sea. And those books are something like post-apocalyptic sci-fi with aliens, and yeah. Then the next book I bought and read and really enjoyed was The Arwen Trial, and I've uploaded a review of this book, and I'm going to leave the link in the description below. If you'd like to know more about my thoughts on this book, go check that out. But I'm going to tell you that I really did enjoy this book. I really love everything Cassandra Clare has written, and I've read almost every book she has written. I did read a few books by Holly Black and I enjoyed them as well. So if you like both of these authors and if you like Harry Potter, you should check this book out. Then the next book I bought was a huge disappointment, and I know that a lot of you really did like and enjoy this book, but I really didn't. And this is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This book is gorgeous. This cover is beautiful, and I really like how there is a map, and the map is on the inside of the cover, so that is really unusual because we usually have a map somewhere on the first page or something like that. And as I've already said, this book is beautiful, and I expected so much more from it. I didn't really know how many stars to give to this book, but I gave it 2 stars. I have reasons why I gave it such a low rating. Well, part of me is sad because of that, because I know that maybe this book would get 3 stars from me if I didn't expect so many things from it. But it happened that way, and I was really disappointed. I didn't enjoy reading this book, and it took me some time to read it. I had to force myself to read it, and this was not a good reading experience for me. But you know, if I didn't really like the book, that doesn't mean that you won't like it. This is only my opinion. And if you'd really like to know why I didn't like this book, I will tell you more about it in my monthly wrap-up, which will come soon. After that, the other 2 books arrived, and those are Froy of the Exiles and Quintana of Jairin. I don't really know how to pronounce both of these words, and I should have prepared for this and learned how to pronounce it, but I haven't. And now we have this book and Froy of the Exiles. I have to mention this because this is something that really annoys me. This is how the books look on my shelf, because the first book was published by one publisher, and then the other publisher decided to publish the other 2 books, and they didn't really do a good job there, I have to say. Those are young adult fantasy books, and with my experience with young adult fantasy, I dislike more books than I really like. So I'm not really sure what my opinion will be of those 3 books. I've heard great things, and I've heard that character development in these books is great, and that there are a lot of intrigues going on, and the world building is great. So I've heard a lot of things, good things about them. I think that it is better for me not to expect a lot and then get everything, than to expect so many great things like for The Kiss of Deception and then be really disappointed. I will probably read those books in November, so I have plans like that. Those books are going on my top priority for my TBR list. That would be the last book, the last books in my book haul. I really hope that you enjoyed me showing you all those wonderful books, and if you did, give me thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in some of my next videos.